on Spirit Breaker on the build. I want to see Wraithkin going for like a quick blink and joining the team. Like I need to see them play in your face Dota when the items come online. Like, don't miss the timing. Otherwise, yeah. I'm just envision a 60-minute game of BetBoom, right? Like Chrono, Wukong, Ags Dragonform, Moonshard, Ags Willow, Moonshard, Hurricane Pikes, Enchantress. Like this draft is going to be nutty if it gets late.
That's what I was saying. That's what I'm saying. I can't imagine the late game being good. But then you do have the Faceless Void. You know, he's a good late game hero, right? But then we saw last game and it's just not enough. Absolutely not enough. So, yeah, we'll see what Virtus.pro are able to do here in game number 2. You know, they didn't disappoint in game number 1, that's for sure. And I think we were saying similar things where the late game was looking pretty secured for the side of BetBoom. But in the end, it was Virtus.pro that were able to come back into it and bring a massive kind of beat down in the last kind of 20 minutes of that last game. We'll see what they can do. Very spread at the moment on Virtus.pro. You got FNG, got Noticed, both pretty far up. They're going to go meet with Sayu and the Monkey King. And a bit of brawl going to be starting over this rune straight off the bat, but Nightfall is the one who's going to be able to pick it up. Levels of Time Walk, gets himself away, and will be nice and safe versus Sayu, FNG, and a Noticed as they walk away with nothing. But it'll still be 2 for 2 on the bounties.
FNG's so annoying.
Toronto Tokyo, yeah. He's being more than annoyed here, to be honest with you. And even a tip coming out from Nightfall. And Tokyo just going to level a heal to make sure that he can trade with FNG. And yeah, FNG not super happy about that one. Forced to pop the salve, but he's got so much regen, man. He's got a salve and 6 tangos. Jesus.
Yeah, he understands the fact that he needs to have presence in the lane, especially against some DK. Like early threat is when it's good. He will always scale to be this like not unkillable beast, but this you need a lot of resources to kill him off style hero. Wraithkin got left alone for a second. Dragon Tail into Root. That is not a combination to mess around with Knight. He's going to need to respect it. And of course, position 5 Weaver. All he can do is watch his Wraithkin. Like, there's no save mechanic in this hero.
No slow, no stun,
yep.
Nothing at all.
Let me Sakuchi through you, boo.
Yeah. A little bug. That's all you can offer. Bottom side, meanwhile, Toronto Tokyo, once again, just popping those Nature's Attendants to try and trade all the better with the Tusk. One thing you got to be careful of when you use Nature's Attendants is standing next to injured creeps, because they do just steal the heal from you. It's kind of annoying.
Yeah, you got to position quite nicely for that one. Say position, just walk away from the wave.
Yeah, just don't sit next to damage creeps.
The hell, it's not that effective. Walk left.
More or less, but yeah. I don't know. This is such an awkward lane for Sayu to be in, because like every time he tries to go and trade with Toronto Tokyo, he's just going to take a ton of toothpicks back in his face. If he does hard commit to the kill, then it's just going to be heals coming out from Toronto Tokyo, and yeah, not to mention that he doesn't have a good partner with the tag team as well. The previous Tusk games we've seen today, they've all been really, really strong as Brawl breaks out at top, but they've all been really strong partners with the tag team, especially the Naga Siren. And now you have a Spirit Breaker who attacks maybe once every minute.
Hour?
I think it's attack speed, an hour, yeah.
I mean, he did go for a Wraith Band though, to try and get around that problem.
Smart. And in the middle lane, bit of a beatdown starting to come out here. There's Monkey King really laying into Squadix, and up the top side, FNG's going to be alright. Bravo Maze is pesky, but that's about it. Yeah, 18 and 7, and if you just watch, like, Squadix can't come into the middle lane.
Yep,
He's being constantly forced back.
He doesn't really care about tanking aggro the wave too, right? He just knows if he hits the 4 points in Jingu, he's going to be able to heal back up anyways, especially when he hits the Boundless on the creep wave. And this is why they picked the Monkey King. It's to prevent him from playing the game. Like, when you think about Pangolier, it's often free farm in lane, Diffusal Blade by like 11 or 12, and at that point play the map. And this laning phase is going to just offset that by probably several minutes, if not more. GPK just being Such a nuisance on this hero.
Oh, the fortification even coming out there. It's so sad when you can only use abilities to last hit with, basically. And then you see an opportunity to get 2 last hits with one ability. You're like, oh, yes, finally a bit of efficiency. And then fortification comes down. And Squadix, he's just waiting for the laning phase to be over, to be perfectly honest. Not much he can do, can't contest. Just needs to find ways to rotate to all the lanes and find some effectiveness there, because there's nothing you can do to really threaten this Monkey King.
And Knight, he's getting the turn top, 200 HP from Paul. He does have a
but
6 stick
Pure,
and a fairy.
he's the one being kind of harassed down, but yeah. As you say, more health than his health bar lets on.
Well, that's a... It's pretty funny. The monkey mischief in the lane. So it was just a DD floating down the river. I was like, that's a new mechanic. the runes float down the lane.
The river has a current now. You'll gently drift down the river.
I'm still yet to really see a pro monkey player actually bait around mischief. You know, like take the rune but become the rune. This type of stuff. Obviously, it's just a waste of time. Like,
I think
just
we
to
saw
hope
it
they
in
come right.
one NA game where someone turned into Roche. That was something.
That's pretty 5-head, to be fair. I'm down for that as well. Like, if you time it and you know when the spawn is, if you've... Yeah, I could see that being just really OP. If you're like a BKB Monkey King, stay in the pit, some support walks up. Guys, I was standing in the pit, it spawned. They click and go, wait a second.
A rat row.
Of course, clicking does kind of remove the fun of the disguise.
I'm talking about clicking. There is a lot of clicking going on up in the top lane. Everybody just taking chunks out of each other. No one's got any chill anymore. Got a lot of aggression to beat into one another. So, Pure low, Save low, FNG low. Smile Knight, he's got a bit of L to work with, more than anybody else. He's still below 50% though. Nightfall. This is getting pretty painful down here. Has to use the Time Walk eventually, trying to save it as long as possible. He knows that once that Time Walk is down, then it's kind of hard to just kind of sit in the lane and do what you want. Faces Void, always one of those heroes which kind of also waits for the laning phase to be over. Can't really do much unless you get like super lucky with Time Lock or you have a really good time dilation target, then it's just difficult as a Faceless Void. You just don't have good abilities for lanes. Dota2, meanwhile, getting surrounded by 3 heroes, and the heal is not going to keep you alive through that, and that'll be your first blood coming out from FNG. Finally.
Took some time, didn't it? Yeah.
Well, 6 minutes. It's a long one.
It's quite a fun game.
Yeah, I
it's
feel like...
about to hit level 6 though, and this is where the tables could turn in the Monkey King matchup. If you get that Rolling Thunder, GPK's inside the river. A well-placed Rolling Thunder CC from side to side could secure the kill, especially, you know, Tusk Weaver. They rotate in, that's easily enough damage to kill him off. So it'll be interesting to see how VP does want to, you know, navigate this entry to the mid game. Are they going to try and shut down GPK? Can they even kill off Nightfall? And what is the move that they want to make? Because they need to start making moves. They need to start setting a little bit of a pace in this game. I know it's only 7 minutes in, but they have the heroes to find kills if they want them. I don't think they can allow BetBoom just to hit creeps for 15 minutes.
Yeah, I think it's just the whack-a-mole thing where, you know, this Monkey King he's getting a bit too high. You need to smack him back down. You can't let it become too much of a problem. Like everyone's having a bit of a game. Yeah. Toronto Tokyo. Oh, he gets pushed to the other side off the shards, and that should save his life, to be honest with you. There is damage coming down, but he's got the Nature's Attendants. Never mind, FNG comes in from behind the tower, taking that portal to help out. And they do get the kill onto the Enchantress. Once again, 2 kills in this game, both onto Toronto Tokyo. Monkey, though, heading down. Looking towards Sayo here. Sayo says, what the hell? Why is this tree following me? Haha, there we go. GPK is revealed. Doesn't really want to fight into all of these heroes, though. Was just looking for the solo pickoff. Turns into an ogre. He is using the mischief, but it's not going to save him here, I don't think. With Squadix coming in from the sidelines as well, they will be able to bring him down. And Squadix uses Swashbuckle just to secure that kill for himself. Big pickoff here. And to be honest with you, it was a bit of a gift.
Yeah, it's kind of expected, right? Monkeying is always the type of player to do it, and I think when everyone comes on in, take the freebies.
Yep.
Unfortunately, not able to get the hater in though. Pangolier and the Willow did go for it. Willow did deny it, so it wasn't like the perfect scenario, but still, VP clawing out some early kills, and I think the main win from laning phase is the fact that this Wraith King hasn't died once. Like with the DK, with the Willow, with the spam that was on play, it was very easy for him to feed away a couple kills, so a lot of discipline to position defensively. And now the supports are coming through the twin gate.
Uh-oh.
So DK here stepped up. And
Oh, it's his teammates.
yeah, it's the team. It's the boys that are coming.
Yeah, I thought Knight could have been in some trouble there, but of course has the level 6 available, so just use it here. And just to get away from the snowball, but won't get out of the shots, has to turn around and fight, wants to at least take down the reincarnation, but won't even be able to do that. Pure's just going to drop up in the top side. And again, Virtus.pro just playing very nicely across this map, but SquadX might be dying in the middle lane. Certainly does, and noticed in the bottom side as well. Just a solo kill from Nightfall, gets the Chronosphere, gets the kill, and 2 cores are dead on the side of Virtus.pro.
Yeah, VP, it's the supports that are really going to be doing everything for them, and they can't be everywhere at once, and BetBoom, they identify that, and sure, you lose DK top, but instantly, as we just saw, you kill the bot lane, you take mid tower. I think BetBoom are going to be pretty happy with the general events so far. Nightfall just free farming, you're taking away the most important tower in the game, pre-10 minutes, which is mid. It's going to open up for even more moves and just aggressive smokes if BetBoom are to want to set the pace of the game, but as expected, I feel it's like Monkey and the supports that should do everything, and Void DK should just AFK farm in front of their tower. I don't really want to see BetBoom be too crazy and fluid on the map yet. That's for VP to be doing.
Yeah, maybe just Chrono for the Faceless Void and everybody else. Follow the Monkey. Pure, he can hit this Midas, get some damage off on the tower, consistently threaten. Interesting that Save made this pull when Pure wanted to go and hit the building.
He's protecting him from himself, you know? Like, if you hit that, Pango's going to smoke TP, and already, here it is, they're smoking.
on the way.
Not TPing.
Yeah, both supports from BetBoom are here, though, so...
Nice positioning from Save, though. Going to break from the side of the tree line. They know he's there.
They certainly do. Terrorize comes down onto the both of them, though. He's going for the kill onto the Weaver, just trying to bring down FNG, and does so beautifully. Save with the blaze. SquadX now pops a Rolling Thunder, tries to get a bit of damage out onto the... Oh, beautifully done from the Enchantress. Pushes Save down to low ground, gets him out of danger. And now Sayu getting beaten down by Pure. In comes GPK helping out as well. I don't think Sayu's getting out of this one. The shards are nice, but not nice enough. GPK about to be on him. Jumps down from the tree. Right click. It's not quite there. Turns into a tree to speed to catch him up. But Snowball across the creep wave. SquadX is there, looking to help out. All he's got is a rock shield crash. Yeah, GPK running. Sayu, he does eventually get smacked down. Can't juke that one. And that'll be that for the Tusk. It's a long chase, but they still get it in the end. One of the best microplays I've seen in a while, though. Toronto Tokyo there, using the Wild Wing Ripper to push the Dark Willow down the cliff and away from the Rolling Thunder into safety. Pretty sick. Definitely an underutilized neutral ability. Can be good for both aggressive and defensive plays. Got a vector-targeted force staff.
And now I think my biggest fear comes in play with VP's lineup. When you start losing some of these early fights, like, what's your insurance policy? Like, there's no smoke to be made. The supports can go looking to hunt, but you know your Wraith King and Spirit Breaker just can't do anything, and that could be where BetBoom starts to punish him a little bit. And yeah, they smoke up as I say this, and I think wherever they go, they should be able to find a kill. And VP, they are aware of this, though. They are disengaging from the area, making their nice retreat, and Save, he's slowly working towards this Yules. A very, very good Yules game. You can set up roots onto the Weaver, you can cancel Spirit Breaker charge, prevent that aggression, save yourself from any Pangolier control. So I think BetBoom, they are in a very happy position right now.
Yeah, they're doing fine. Doing absolutely fine. 3k gold advantage at 13 minutes is pretty damn potent. Notice has finished off his Midas at least. Got it a little bit, just about a minute ago, so we'll be able to keep that farm coming on in. Very, very common on the Spirit Breaker, of course. Now, Ultramarine Core is queued up, and then BKB is also the next one after that. Charge out onto Nightfall. Nightfall, though, sees the Weaver. You can tell he's kind of tempted to drop the Chrono on this, I think, but won't be able to track down that Weaver to do so. Meanwhile, GPK showed himself. Catches Notice, going for the charge. And now Noticed he needs some help, but he's not going to get it. Chronosphere, very nicely done. Even allowing for the Monkey King to help out with the damage as well, catching him right on the edge. And that'll get them the clean kill onto the Spirit Breaker. Bango, looking to see a bit more from you, Squadix. Picked up the Diffusal Blade. And yep, there you go. Smoke comes out from Sayu straight off the bat. These two are looking for some mischief up in the top side. Catching out Pure could be pretty decent. Also has a Midas of his own. Going for the Blink Dagger next, and he's nearly there.
Oh, sad face. Sad face.
Oh, what's wrong?
Oh, I don't know. No, just sad.
Just sad? Just feeling a little down? FNG maybe messing with him or something? I'm not sure. But either way, he's dead now. Happy face? No? Uh-oh. Might be sad face soon. Nightfall. Oh, it does connect with the snowball. There is the lockdown they need. And with the Diffusal Blade coming down as well, it's very hard for him to get away from this one. Pops the one, but not enough. Down
do a happy
goes
face, someone.
Nightfall.
Do a happy face. Happy face.
Nightfall does fall. Kill in the bottom lane. Now Smiling Knight and the boys, the Skeleton boys, can take this building. That's going to get them even a little bit more. Meanwhile, Noticed, he's going to get dropped again. BetBoom going deep. They find the space cow once more. And Noticed will fall once more. Dead for 30 seconds. The moment he got this Midas, he's just been dying. Death at bottom.
I'm not happy with the fact he's going Octarine. I think it's just copying the meta rather than what's good for the game. And Weaver get a punch at nice time lapse.
Gets it. Yep, thank you very much, Squadix. Lucky shot, absolutely helping out with that one.
FNG can be found. Ooh, detection.
They have the dust. They have the control. He's got no time lapse, therefore FNG will be falling again. This Weaver just getting caught out at every available opportunity. Meanwhile, Willow going for the same build. Yules is coming out pretty damn soon. That's going to cause issues for the Spirit Breaker, and after that, I imagine we'll be looking at a Midas.
They're going to try and kill Pure Top.
They are indeed, yes. Sayu helping out with this one as well. Toronto Tokyo coming in from the side. Can he save him? I don't think so. They have way another. Oh my god, a GPK can jumps in with a big boundless strike, slowing them down. They do finish off the job onto Pure, but Notice is dead yet again. Squad comes in, trying to control it. The Monkey King is doing so very nicely indeed. Does he have the mana? Oh, misses the swash! Surely they have to kill him here. They have to kill him here, and they will. GPK goes down. Oh, that would have been awful if they didn't finish the job there.
You've seen it so many times before that these Monkey Kings find a way to get rid of that, that damage and make it escape, but can't be making mistakes like that, especially when you are a little bit down in net worth and only a game away from qualifying to the main event.
To get to the first big event of the year would be such a boon for this Virtus.pro team, which just not been making the cut time and time again.
Chrono onto bot lane. Spirit Breaker showed for a millisecond.
Chrono just comes down in his head, and he's dead again. What is happening? 1 and 5 on Noticed. I mean, I know it was a bad Spirit Breaker game, but BetBoom were just punishing him so hard.
It's the way that you itemize, right? Like when you go phase Midas Octarine, your mindset is just hit the wave, hit the wave, hit the wave. Like you don't really think about the wider map, and it's what pains me when I see these players just copying what others do. It's like, sure, it is a very good build, but there are so many items in the game. When things get tough, when counters are in play, there's other ways to navigate this, and BP just aren't approaching it. They are just kind of greeding it up. Wraith King's a sacred relic deep into Radiance.
The thing about it is that good players, they know the meta. Great players change the meta.
Yeah. Oof. Oof.
I know I had that one in my pocket.
Let it out.
Yeah.
Let the people hear it. So you're saying that VP's bad, right?
No, I called them good. He's following the meta. Bad players.
There we go.
They don't know what the hell's going on.
No.
The terrible players wrap around again to become the best players, because if you don't know what you're doing, then there's no way your enemy can know what you're doing. So basically, sign me. I'm open. Yeah, BetBoom absolutely feeling no pressure. You know, it's why it feels like a bit of a slow one at the moment, a bit of a slow burner, because BetBoom just don't feel the pressure to go and make big plays. They're the team in control of this game at the moment, and they're more than happy to let this game cook a bit, make plays when they want to. I mean, what are Virtus.pro going to really do? Well, here's something. They're going to go in the middle lane. They find the Faceless Void once again. This would be a great target to bring down, and they have so much lockdown. Just control him up. Nightfall could not press a button. Might as well have had his keyboard unplugged for that one. You see, he just gets completely destroyed. Middle tower, however, going to be a slightly harder objective for them to come in and grab. You just don't have the tower hitters with them at the moment.
At least VP, they are showing signs of life, right? With their pickoff. They've killed Nightfall multiple times now with their movements. And Knight, he does leave the jungle finally. And you can see, like, the win probability, it's slowly shifting back to even. Yeah.
I mean, Smiling Knight is just... He's chunky. A lot of heroes are this game.
He's kind of a beast so far in this series. Like, from game 1 to game 2, like, being the stand-in, like, the super sub of a best of 3 for qualification, I think he, at points, have looked like VP's best player.
Yeah, honestly. He had some great moments on that Spectre. Having some great moments here on the... maybe not great moments as of yet, but just being very consistent, not getting caught out, getting the farm. Yeah, he's playing Wraith King. He sure is.
The cool thing though with Spirit Breaker on your team is you do force your opponent core to think about Lincolns. Like a Faceless Void doesn't really want to go for it, but Pangolin, he is going to play middle whilst I talk about this. And like when I think about the 20-minute timing of Void, normally it's like Miorna BKB, right? But in this game, he's having to go Lincolns. So he's going to decrease his damage output just for some survivability. And that might allow Wraith King to punch up a bit, right? Like, yeah, he's going to lose 1 life in that chrono, but the second life, it's... Do you really have enough damage to do it 2 times? I don't think so. FNG leeching some XP here. He was looking at the wisdom, but is he going for it? Oh.
Ooh, FNG comes up behind, but the Chronosphere comes down, saves his support's life.
Wait, the vessel, the vessel.
Wait, the vessel's going to get it done. Oh, FNG.
What a beautiful play. Round of applause to this little bug. Oh, in mid lane, another death, but...
Yeah, whatever. Who cares?
Yeah, whatever.
It's a task. I want to revel in FNG's greatness again. Wisdom
Imagine
rune
if he got
and
the
a kill.
Tormentor as well. That would have been just the
Yeah,
sweet spot.
I was desperately checking that one. Still a risk. It has to be said, risky play to go and do the Tormentor at like 21 minutes when it spawns. With this kind of with these heroes as well. Like, sure, Nature's Attendance level 1. It's not going to do a whole lot, I'm afraid.
Oh, they're jumping onto Wraith King. He has Radiance, he has Armlet and Wand.
It's a tricky hero to bring down, and yeah, he's got the 1 charges available as well. GPK just bashing into him now, going for the TP out, doesn't want to fight it, but cancelled out by Notice. Now punch into the air, full heal though from the Jingu, gonna go for the ultimate. He's trying to stand his ground. GPK, I don't think it's gonna work though. Knight has enough damage, along with the rest of his team. Immediately, they're looking in for more here. And Yule's out onto Notice, slowing him down with the bulldoze. Not gonna last too long at all. Another swashbuckle missed, unfortunately, but Pure standing his ground, trying to fight up into the Squadex. He's getting low, he's gonna die. The damage is there from the supports. These backliners, if they are behind a big tanky hero like DK, you gotta show them respect. And they find that out the hard way. FNG still looking. They go for the punch. It doesn't work though. Pure so quick with that blink dagger.
It's very good. A single Yules stops his aggression. And Pangolin, he kind of followed up thinking, you know what, if the Yules is down, the Chrono's down, I'm gonna keep going. And just wasn't the case. And they got to be careful, VP. Sure, you're getting a nice little kill on the Monkey King, who was being very aggressive, but you can't trade away kills like this, especially at this stage of the game. This is where each kill allows you to make that next move deeper into the side of the map, but when you lose a big core, you're going to have to pause all of that and allow BetBoom to flood back out onto the map. They are going to Tormentor, Knight, and Sayu. Should be perfectly fine. No tormented deaths today.
Yeah. It's alright. Snowball saves him if he really needs it, so... Get himself a shard as well. Not a bad one for the Tusk, honestly.
Oh, I do
That
love this
elongated shard. Pretty good. In fact, I didn't go as far as say very good. I really like it versus melee heroes which don't have much in the way of mobility. And, you know, DK, sort of that. Monkey, sort of that. Faces Void in some situations. I don't hate it, but this is big. This Roshan attempt, yeah. I mean, FNG is going to scout it out. The bugs come on down here. Do they care?
Well, he's not decreasing the armor for them.
Yeah, thanks, dude. That's funny, actually. All right, Weaver with the Roshan assist. Now, imagine if we got the kill. That would have been quite something. But,
very tactical.
Monkey King now rocking an Aegis of Immortality. This is going to put BetBoom in a very commanding position for a pretty long time here. Great hero to have this Aegis on. Someone who can just jump into the middle of a fight, blast out all his abilities and damage, and not be afraid of dying. Exactly what you want. Really? Chasing Pure? This feels... Yeah, okay. FNG was getting pretty thrifty on that one. Just kind of kept continuously following him, forcing him to blink away and such. Alright, a couple of blink daggers coming on down. Tusk going for the Midas. No surprises there. Willow, how's her Midas coming along? Oh, she's got it. Easy.
I think the big timing for me is when Spray hits BKB. Like, now he's not going to care about Yules. He's going to be able to get into the middle of the fight. Sure, he can't muscle up into the Wukongs and whatnot, but it still will just give him entry. That is what he's really relatively lacking in Pangolier. He's on his way to an Aghanims. Like, as soon as you get that, then he's going to have just so much more presence. You know, hitting more heroes with the Diffusal Blade, burning more mana. I am intrigued to know when VP are going to attempt to make the fight. Are they going to wait out the Aegis for the next 3 minutes? Refugee going to be getting caught in top lane.
Yeah, looks like this isn't one he's going to be able to Sakuchi his way out of. Too much control coming out from Save from Nightfall. With that Terrorize as well. Nice counter pick. Coming into play.
Oh,
The Chronosphere lands onto the both of them. Were they envisioned there? Surely there must have been. Either way, Squad X is going to get brought down. Beautifully done from Nightfall. It looks like the Tusk is going to be heading the same way as well. No chance of blinking out of that one. And bye-bye, Tusk.
There's the ward sentry just to the right-hand side of that neutral camp. So they saw absolutely everything there for VP hugging near that tower.
Wait, Monkey King's just... Oh, never mind.
He was inside the DK, yeah. Well, not actually, but...
You couldn't see him
based.
at all. All right.
Such a 5k gold advantage for this Wraith King, right? 1-0-2. Like, he's farmed them amazingly. He's like done all the right moves, but he's been unable to make like that game-breaking high on Wraith King entry to a fight yet. And in fairness, he is still waiting for his other cores to kind of equal his level of farm. He is top net worth, but the Pango and Spiritbreaker are just kind of trailing behind the other cores. Spiritbreaker just completed his BKB, and Pangolier 3 gold away from the Aghanims. There it is.
Yeah, and he's not even top net worth by like 1,000 or 2,000 gold. Like he's top net worth by about 100.
Don't ruin it, all right? For the radio listeners, they're like, wow, you know. Just
there is hope for Virtus.pro, and I'm like, well, no, there definitely is. Still a close game, but it's all about these fights, and it's all about who you can catch up. And if you can catch up these backliners, it'll be a big deal. Toronto, Tokyo being beaten up right now. Full staff comes out. Sayu will finish the job, and that is a gem. Ooh, 27-minute gem given away. Meals on wheels. Monkey King getting beaten up a little bit here. Pure pops the ultimate, looking for the initiation. Blink stun is available. GPK, he's losing his life pretty damn quickly here. That's going to be the Aegis disappearing. Pure is behind him. They've got the Terrorize to try and defend him on his second life, but they'll back away on the side of Virtus.pro. They realize when they're going a bit too far into a triangle where they don't have vision, that is too far. They'll chill out, take a breather, be happy with what they've got, as they should be. Getting rid of this Aegis is a pretty big deal.
Yeah, but BetBoom, a pretty big deal that they haven't been able to do anything on the map, right? When you have a Monkey with Aegis, some DK with Blink BKB, Chrono previously in play, like, how are they not progressing their tier 2s? How are they not making just more statement plays? And sure, they're going to smoke up now and look for it, but
yeah,
VP, if they find Wraith King, he's got 2 lives and TPs.
TP
Everyone
points.
on VP has a TP available. Nice, quick BKB. But he should still be dying.
Probably the easier target, yeah. Spirit Breaker can't get out of this one. No charge available, no bulldoze available. He will tank the gank for the Wraith King. It's unfortunate. I think they would have much rather they go on the Wraith King than the Spirit Breaker, but yeah, but being finally able to find something here. Almost feels like that Aegis was kind of a wake-up call, like, oh, yeah, we probably should have done more with that. Like, sure, we want to wait for our Aghanims on DK and all this stuff, but actually, they're giving Virtus.pro more of the map than I feel like they need to. Would you say that's fair?
It does seem like... 1 second.
Well, it seems like the DK's in a bit of trouble, but he's got the BKB here, so he's going to be able to survive for the time being. Now GPK jumping into the middle of it, just going to smack down Knight. Wants to save his ulti for the second life, and will be able to do exactly that. Monkey King
Nice
very good at dealing with Knight here. Knight trying to get away. Can he get up to the high ground here? He needs a bit of help. The armlet toggles, they're nice, but are they good enough? Knight falls upon him and will get the kill. Wraith King is dead. The carry will fall. Cost them a lot. But don't forget, this all started with them going onto Pure. They tried to bring down the DK and they just did not have that damage. So you go for the TP out here, my friend. So there's no place for you.
In strength is victory.
Jeez, 6k gold advantage now. On the side of BetBoom. And a couple of kills just leaked away. Not going to be a massive map advantage for them.
It's just, how does VP really fight though? That's my question. I'm just sitting here kind of scratching my head thinking, VP, they're picking up these items, but they just continue to go, okay, we need one more now. We need one more. And that is not what you want to see against how scalable this Radiant lineup is. And it's devastating. Like, Enchantress is going to Farrakhan Pike. The Willow is already deep into Midas Aghanims. I feel like VP, they had some opportunities to play a little bit of a quicker game, but now as the game stagnates, it really just it's heavily BetBoom favored. See FNG kind of walking up into high ground, trying to do some dewarding, but when is VP's timing? It just feels like they don't even know when it is. They're just aimlessly farming without major purpose on the map right now. Meanwhile, Pure just in the bot tier 2 is like, alright boys, they're not going to do anything. Let's just try and get out of this one.
I'm trying to look for items. You know, I was clicking through the Virtus.pro heroes to be like, all right, what big item are we going to see them really turn up to a fight in? And I don't really know, to be perfectly honest with you. They just don't have anything which is really packing much of a punch. Spirit Breaker, you know, he's got this BKB, he's got this Octarine Core. Okay, sure. I'm going for Lincolns. Like, Lincolns isn't going to make me go, oh yes, the Spirit Breaker is about to destroy them. But there is nothing. You need that Lincolns. You need Nags as well, kinda. FNG will die. Even chronoed him. Why not? It just kind of shows that how little pressure BetBoom are playing with, that they're willing to do that.
Also, the gem was pretty valuable, right? Being able to get that back.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, always worth chronoing if you can grab yourself a gem. One tier 2 tower remaining for the side of Virtus.pro. BetBoom, they're going to come for it now. They're going to wait for Roshan. I mean, considering it's spawning literally as we speak, I feel that might be the more tempting option. Control of that area will be required. Squadix and the rest of the gang starting heading up to the top side. Don't know if they're planning on portaling down or just not planning on contesting this at all, but meanwhile, there is a Radiant creep from Enchantress going into the pit, and this will give them the information they need that Roshan is now up. And Nightfall is going to feel absolutely no reservations about just jumping into this pit and start swiping away at the big boy.
VP, they're walking down, right? Like I mean, FNG is at least. Do they have any sentries down? I mean, FNG, he's stolen Wisdom underneath the noses of BetBoom. It would be incredible. The gem isn't here yet. Okay, he showed his... Okay. It's like deja vu, man. Isn't it? We've seen this one before.
Wow, the bug is helping them do it. No, this time it's not on Roshan. They're just going to be able to take
No,
it.
they killed it instantly.
Yep. Don't want that vision. A banana comes in and takes the cheese. Banana and cheese, classic combination.
Ugh. I hate bananas, by the way. Like, they are like the worst fruit in existence.
How with cheese? Might change your mind. Next time there's a cheese fondue, just dipping a banana in
What are
it.
you saying, like cheddar or what? Like what type of cheese?
The blue cheese.
I was waiting for you to say blue cheese. That I hate blue cheese too. That just sounds like a nightmare.
Yummy.
That is actually a good waiting room idea. Eating blue cheese and bananas until the patch comes out.
It'd be disgusting.
It would be. Just... Oh, there's a banana in mid lane. Hello. Don't worry, it's really important. He's now a cloud. Now
Yeah, I
he's
don't know why he
Monkey
keeps
King.
turning into a cloud. It's weird.
It's his taunt.
Oh, I see. You can talk whilst you're a tree or a banana.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
Today I learned 1 outer tower remaining. It's standing on 100 HP. I feel like it's kind of offending me just by being up at the moment. Here, just go and hit it. Go and hit it. As another day, another kill into FNG. He's trying to be out on the map, get vision down, give them information. Oh, he just got himself a shard. Nice. Very valuable on the support Weaver.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Chrono for
Chrono's fit.
Oh! Defiant Shell. First hit bash. It
That
might be
helps.
enough.
That helps. Squadix trying to
Yo,
get
that's
rolling combo to get
incredible.
himself away, and it
What?
saves him. Oh no.
The best Defiant Shell I've ever seen!
It's just silly. Oh, that is just silly. I feel like one day we're going to get a patch where Defiant Shell can't proc things, but I don't want it to ever come.
No, I think the Valve devs, they play their practice games and stuff to test things out, and when they do it, they're like, wait a second, this is hilarious. They've probably tried buffing it to make it worse. They probably got like a version that they just can't release because it's just too broken.
Yeah. Automatically procs any of your RNG. Well, Nightfall, he's mad about it. He's coming onto the high ground. No Chronosphere, but again, just proving how confident the BetBoom are that, yeah, lanes are in a good place. Let's just go hit some buildings. What are they going to do about it? The answer is not a whole lot.
Has fallen.
They're pausing, that's what they're going to do about it.
Yep. Wraith King still farming up his next item, I guess. Looking for an MKB next. Still hasn't really committed to any engagement. I would guess his damage this game is probably below 5,000.
It's pretty low. And that is the difficult thing with Wraith King, where if he leaves the jungle and he doesn't have a clear purpose for what he's doing in the game, he does just become like a lost carry. Like, it's kind of like the equivalent of like Naga Siren, right? Like, Naga can have games where she has all these items, but her illusions die instantly and she has no way to play the fight. Like, Wraith King's kind of the same thing, where yes, he can do big crits, but if he doesn't have that chain CC to stun, crit, recycle the next crit, go again, like, you are relatively redundant, and I think it's why sometimes it's a very overrated carry against Faces Void, because sure, you could survive the chrono, but you don't really need to get chronoed, because you can just kind of shake off his damage if you can go toe for toe for him, and it's kind of what's happened here, right? Like, just Chronicle the Spirit Breaker, Chronicle the Pango, play the wider map, just keep forcing him to exist, and at some point,
Yeah.
you are just going to outscale him. It just takes 2 or 3 cheap items and off you go.
Yeah, he's played a blinder, honestly. Like, this is some very good Faces Void performance, and just being very liberal with the Chronosphere is a big part of it. Just being where you need to be, and also not over relying on Chrono as well. He's been active without it as well. It's been pretty strong. I think Wraith King, meanwhile, just hasn't really been involved in anything. And it's hard, obviously. You know, you don't have a Chronosphere to Wraith King, so in terms of being able to find the right target, get the lockdown, it is difficult. You just have your stun, but yeah, just looking to see a little bit more from Smile Knight. God, they really don't have any plans on it in this anytime soon. BetBoom. They've got an Aegis. They've got a 10k gold advantage. They've got a Faces Void. They hit the high ground a little bit, drag them all back to base, and then just can go back to farming. And this top tower is still just a testament to man's ignorance. 100 health, just sitting here for ages. Put it out of its misery, for God's sakes. Oh, Tusk getting beaten up. Sai will get the snowball off at the very least, but death shall come to him regardless. A punch and death. Unlucky. Is that the invitation they need to go to the high ground? Well, it's certainly all Pure needs. He's already here hitting this melee barracks. Nightfall's going to join him as well. Knight nowhere to be found. He is pushing out this bottom wave, not coming back to defend whilst his Tusk is dead. There is a buyback on this Tusk. Oh, fan is like, Toronto Tokyo is not even remotely there. He's just hanging out in the middle lane.
They're looking for Weaver.
They certainly are. Whilst their team is going high ground, just taking the base, well, I mean, it's worthwhile. The support's getting it done together. That's kind of funny.
I think it just shows how confident BetBoom are right now. It's
I mean,
like,
that one's
if Void
crazy.
gets jumped with an Aegis, like, does he die to a diffusal bash swash? Probably not. Tusk was dead, and then it's just really weird. Like, VP's draft, I think this is one of those examples where Spearbreaker is a very good hero, but if you don't understand its kind of trajectory to getting to being like the broken hero, you can just make yourself feel redundant the entire time. And like, I think you never want to pick heroes that play the same way. Like Wraith King and Spearbreaker, they have the same farming pattern, which prevents you from playing the entire early game. Like once they hit mid-late game, sure, they have their own, you know, different play styles, but the first 20 minutes it feels near identical. And poor Pangolier, Weaver, and Tusk, there's only so much they can do. And now BetBoom, all of their greed, all of their scaling, it's near impossible to kill them, right? You've got a butterfly on the Faces Void. We've already seen that DK has hit his final form.
He has.
We're going to see a smoke from
the
VP,
ancient Black
though.
Dragon. It's pretty damn scary. Smiling Knight, meanwhile, he's rocking around with the MKB, just finished up, so gives him some way to get through that butterfly. If they catch out the Faces Void, there is a chance they can 100-0 him, like they did about 20 minutes ago.
Just remember, all that time ago.
Indeed.
This game feels like it's moving in slow motion, I'll be honest. It's like such a weird game.
Certainly curious. We just need... I mean, that's the thing. Like, it all comes down to BetBoom just not pushing the advantage ever. They're just going to wait for next Roche. I imagine with the next Roche, they'll probably look to finish things up. They're hitting that critical mass period where their Dark Willow is coming online as the secondary carry. Maybe tertiary carry. Maybe quaternary carry.
When you look at VP, right? Like, what is their moment to bounce back into this game, right? Like, you got the MKB complete on the Wraith King. I don't know if we mentioned it yet, but the refresher on Spearbreaker. It's going to help a little bit, but if you get caught by Chrono, you're still dead. It's not going to help you, but if the fight continues past the Chrono, then of course, it is going to be incredibly disruptive. And Aghanim's is complete now on Tusk. I kind of hope that if we look at Tusk here, if he just doesn't show on a wave, maybe they can... Maybe you can then spook.
Feels more like a high ground kick than anything, but... It's also very good against Monkey King. You can kick him out of his Wukong's command, which is really annoying. We have to get to him without dying first, which obviously if you don't have Blink Dagger available is pretty difficult. Limits your gameplay for sure. Wraith King, when is he going to enter a fight? When are we going to see him hit something? Will he hit
I don't
something?
want to be that guy, but his scoreline is 1-1-2.
Yup.
He's saving his entry for game 3.
This is what we get for praising someone. This is what we get for calling him consistent. He's feeling the nerves now. Don't want to get involved. Don't want to get stuck in. Dragon form out. Illusion's coming in. They're happy to just keep on flooding the base. Yep. Quickly figuring out that one's an illusion. Sayu thought he found the entry point, but unfortunately smoke didn't even pop, so alas. Toronto Tokyo about to go and do his duty as a human ward for his team.
Roshan respawning in 42 seconds. You'd like to think VP should be able to contest it, right? Like, sure, there's a Wukongs and a Chrono and, you know, the kitchen sink to be thrown at them, but...
That's the thing, they're only a barracks down, but they just feel completely trapped in their base. They feel like they can't make any movements out. Even though, like, and it's not even like it's a vision thing, you know, FNG is getting out there. He's getting the vision down. He's giving them information.
I just look at the graph and it's just like the most slowly BetBoom favored graph in like the history of Dota. Like, there was like one little drop at like 18, 19 minutes and it's just like bit by bit by bit just creeping up to BetBoom. Yeah, this is...
Yeah, very safe. Very cautious.
Oh.
Roshan respawns. There is no way VP are getting here in time. It does. It feels a little lifeless, you know. It feels a little lifeless not to come and contest this. Like, sure, I get it. You know, it's really hard to fight outside of your base, but at the same time, isn't it harder to fight inside your base versus an Aegis? I think so.
I guess with the axe kick, there's more value in not leaving your base, right? We'll see if it pays off. VP, they've been farming and waiting for something. I can't wait to check the scoreboard and to tell you what items Wraithking got since the last time he was part of a kill.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember when that kill was, but...
I just don't know.
Was it first blood?
I physically couldn't tell you.
Nightfall comes in, says a little hello. Stutter's now out. They'll kick back GPK. GPK's just got a BKB and might even be able to get off the Wukong's command here as well. Sayo and Knight just being absolutely blasted. Knight goes down the first time. Notice going to have to refresh to get a second charge of the BKB out here. The Chronosphere is down onto the Pangolin. They will be able to take him out. Wraith King actually jumps out of the Chrono and then runs back into it. Stutter's out on the Faces board. He's still got an Aegis as well though, so he doesn't give a damn, and even has a Satanic, which is now going to use to heal himself straight away back up to full. Knight's dead for a second time. And that's going to be that. No buyback on the Wraith King. Sure, you have your Tusk back, but can you really fight them as a four-man crew? I don't believe so, T.
Pretty Jova, boss.
Pretty Jover. Sure, the Monkey King did go down in that at some point, but what do they really care? It could cost them way too much. 2 lives on the Wraith King. Sayu jumping in, trying to get something done. Notice trying to help out as well. It's just not enough. Toronto Tokyo now going to be able to take him down. The impetus is coming on through from the Hurricane Pike. Squadix can't even fight this as well. Cute little nose strike on Toronto Tokyo, but he's going to heal himself straight the way back up again as Squadix dies. Effigy's gone. Nota's dead as well. 2 heroes left to defend. And it's not going to happen. Tower's starting to fall now. BetBoom looking to secure game number 2 and draw this series out to a 1-1. Save, just forcing them back. Once again, they're trying to hold on Virtus.pro. They're trying to make something happen here. Well, the big boys are still around. Nightfall, how are you gonna deal with him? 18 seconds on the Wraith King. I mean, there's a chance. Nightfall, he's been drained of any mana. Control is good from War Squadix. He's actually just dead without buy. As is the Spirit Breaker, and that's going to be GG coming out. There you have it. Game number 2. It does go BetBoom's way, drawing out the series and giving us a third and final decider to find out who